This video is another one of the kitchen helpers. This one is from Tastefully Simple. The product is called Magic Chicken. One thing I always have in my meal prep, when I meal prep on Sundays, is chicken cooked in the slow cooker with Magic Chicken. Magic Chicken is a seasoning blend that Tastefully Simple put together. And when you cook your chicken with the Magic Chicken seasoning, it literally tastes like you got a rotisserie chicken from the grocery store. So this is a really easy way for me to always have chicken available for salads, for throwing it on top of pasta, or to make a chicken sandwich or something like that. So I'm going to show you how I make my Magic Chicken in the slow cooker. I have two boneless, skinless chicken breasts here. You can do this with chicken thighs as well. I always recommend skinless chicken when you are putting it in the slow cooker, unless you are going to sear it first. That skin does not get crispy in the slow cooker on its own, and that just leaves you with that flabby skin, which is not very pleasant at all. So I always use boneless, skinless when I am putting chicken into a slow cooker. So the first thing I want to do with this chicken is just take some of this excess fat off, like here, and trim it up a little bit. It's in good shape. It's not too bad. It doesn't have a whole lot of fat on it, but it does have just a little bit. And some of it will come off simply by pulling it. And then some others I might have to cut them. And I typically use my kitchen shears when I trim up chicken like this. I'm going to throw that out. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to toss this away real quick. The next thing I'm going to do is season this. Now, if you have Magic Chicken or you've used Magic Chicken before, you'll know that the instructions on the mix itself does not require you to season your chicken or your meat, whatever you're putting it on. I'm always extra, right? I like a little bit more seasoning. More specifically with this particular recipe, I just like to put a little bit of cayenne pepper in because I like a little bit more spice with my end product. So let's go to the next step, which is seasoning. So I have the cayenne pepper on both sides of the chicken now. Now I'm going to move to putting this into the slow cooker and getting the Magic Chicken put in. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this a little bit closer to me. All right, and I'm going to take my chicken breasts and just lay them into my slow cooker like this. Okay. I'm going to move this over out of the way, because I want my slow cooker to come in closer so it'll be in frame. Okay, so now I'm taking my gloves off now because I'm going to, I no longer need to touch the chicken. So I'm taking my gloves off. It's not necessary. This is 1 pound of chicken, and I have found for 1 pound of chicken, a 1/4 cup of the Magic Chicken seasoning is perfect. Okay, so I think the actual recipe might call for 2 tablespoons, which is just short of a 1/4 cup, but I just put a little bit extra in there. Okay, then I'm gonna take some chicken stock and maybe just about a 1/2 cup of that. I just want it to come up on the sides of the chicken. I don't want to cover the chicken. I'm not trying to boil it. I just want it to get all on the sides. Okay, I'm going to use this measuring spoon to move it around just so that I don't get any raw chicken on my fingers anymore, because I'm not about to wash my hands right now. I got a couple other steps to do. Okay. So now it's in the slow cooker. I'm going to put the lid on and then just set the timer or set the program. For chicken that is thawed, I think about 3 hours is good. I always start with 3 hours. If I touch it and it doesn't shred easily, that just means that I need to maybe give it another 30 minutes to an hour. If you are starting with frozen chicken, which you can do, I just never do that. But if you're starting with frozen chicken, you're going to need at least 4 hours. And I like to cook mine on low. I just prefer that. I feel like I have a little bit more control, and it's just what I'm used to. So I put it on low for 3 hours. If I need more time, I will bump up the time after I felt it and just kind of seeing what it's looking like. Okay, so I'm going to set my slow cooker, and we will come back to this in about 3 hours. The 3-hour timer has gone off, and this is what my chicken looks like. So now I'm going to take these pieces of chicken out, put them on my cutting board, and start shredding them. If they shred easily, then I know that they're ready. If not, I will put them back into the slow cooker and give it maybe about 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how I feel the doneness is on them, and I'll let them cook a little bit more. So let's see what we have. Okay, I have both pieces of chicken out of the slow cooker, and I'm just going to try to, see, this is, it's shredding pretty well. Let me see. What you're looking for is to make sure that it's no longer pink in there and that it shreds well. And I think we are good. See how that's completely cooked, but it's still really nice and juicy. So now I'll just continue shredding.